Andrew Tate is an Israelite. That's the whole problem. And he's like Kanye West and Kyrie Irving, who tried to make a deal with the devil, and they pretty much punish him for trying to break the deal or expose them, because he's making all these claims that if they would have not picked a fight with him, he would have left them alone and did what they told him to do. But they wanted to pick a fight with him, so he wanted to fight with them, like Michael Jackson and Prince and all these individuals who try to fight these adversaries of God who rule the world as we speak. And so he's just going through the curse of the Israelites who have to depend on their slave master and have to do what their slave master tell them to do. And let's get that, because that's one of the things that he's pretty much going through. See, when you get a loan or you get some kind of wealth, that's you getting a loan from these devils, these rulers of this system, which they might call them Illuminati, but they just the Edomite families that received the blessing of their forefather Esau in this kingdom of Esau, or the kingdom of the Edomites. And so they're the ones that's giving out these loans and under certain conditions. But let's get it out the scriptures. Deuteronomy 28:44. It says, "He shall lend to you, and you shall not lend to him. He shall be the head, and you shall be the tail." See, no Israelites is going to be lending money to these Edomites. The Edomites is going to be the one giving out the loans, giving out the riches and the opportunities to be rich to these Israelites, the children of these Israelites. It said, "The stranger that is within you shall get up above you very high, and you shall come down very low." See, his father and his grandfather came from Chicago. They was very low in Chicago. They wasn't high, living on high in Chicago. See, these uh, so-called Jewish mafia, Italian mafia, these are the ones that's getting rich in Chicago. See, those the ones that's owning the corporations and running the scene in Chicago. Look at verse 16. It says, "The people in Chicago would have a curse on them. Cursed shall you be in the city of Chicago." See, that's why it's so much murder in the city of Chicago. And everybody that's in Chicago is going to be cursed. Cursed shall you be in the field. Any job that you get in Chicago, any field of work in Chicago that you receive, that's what you're going to get. Verse 17, "Curse shall be your basket and your store." So you end up having a business coming out of Chicago. Your business is not going to prosper. It's going to end up being cursed. Okay. And let me get this verse. Okay. Because it talks about the enemies eating up the increase. Well, let me start with 55, because this is what is why the situation is happening to the so-called black man in America, and mainly in Chicago. This is why he's going through the situation that he's going through. Verse 55, it says, so that he will not give to any of them of the flesh of his children whom he shall eat, because he have nothing left in the siege. Nothing left him in the siege. What siege? And in the straightness wherewith your enemies shall distress you in all your gates. See, the siege is whatever he's doing, he's under that curse where your enemy got to loan you something. Your enemy got to give you the loan. You ain't finna have no business in no store, and you gonna have to get it from your enemy. See, you depending on that enemy. That's why your family situation gonna be rough. That's why his granddaddy probably married a white woman too, a Edomite, and his father got with an Edomite woman too, and moved to Britain, another part of Babylon, the land of the Edomites. Now when you go into 48, it says, therefore shall you serve your enemies. See, any business that this man come up with, he's still serving his enemy. Because it say, which the Lord shall send against you in hunger and in thirst and in nakedness and in the want of all things. See, everything operating in the kingdom of the Edomites, you got to go to them to get the stuff to run your situation, and you getting it from them. They gonna be the ones to supply your business, even if you have a business, and they gonna be loaning you the money, just like sharecropping. Ain't nothing changed, man. Verse 49, it say the Lord shall bring a nation against you from the end of the earth, from far from the end of the earth, as swift as the eagle flies. A fierce nation. Now, what nation is this? Let's go to Lamentation. Lamentation gonna tell you, or not. Lamentation is gonna tell you the name of this nation. Okay, let's get some details on this thing. It says swift as the eagle flies. Okay, swift as the eagle flies. Look at verse 19. It says, our persecutors are swifter than the eagles of the heaven. See, who is the persecutor? 21. Rejoice and be glad, O daughter of Edom. See, Edom, the Edomites, they are the ones, they are the slave master. Look at 22. It say, the punishment of your iniquity is accomplished, O daughter of Zion. See, the Israelites. He will no more carry you away into slavery. See, that's what captivity is, slavery. He will visit your iniquity, O daughter of Edom. See, now he's going to turn that slavery around and give it to the so-called white man. See, because this is who Andrew Tate is talking about. These are the elite bankers that's loaning people money. These are the Illuminati, the people that's running the world. See, they are the elites that's controlling situations and pushing buttons, because they want these women and these people to be blind on what's going on. Andrew Tate, he's an Israelite. That's why he can tell the truth. See, that's why he get pleasure out of telling the truth. and he talking about God. He say this this is how God made it to be. Now the problem is he's an Israelite and he ain't qualified to be telling the truth because he done made a deal with the devil. See, let's get this. It talks about you can't serve two masters. Let me see if I can get that. Because see, you can't do two things at one time. 24. It say no man can serve two masters, for either he will hate the one and love the other, or else he would hold to the one and despise the other. You cannot serve God and mammon. See, Tate, he done made a deal with the devil. See, he serving mammon. He trying to get his bag, his money. See, he's not giving up that money and going and say, okay, I'm gonna just be a regular Israelite in Chicago or in Britain, wherever the other Israelites is at, and do my thing with them and stay under the radar and serve God. See, he follows what the prophets is talking about. Nope, he gonna sit around and follow Illuminati, go chase the bag and get all this money and go move to Romania like he not an Israelite and nobody can find him. Now he done talked about the Illuminati uh, and being in these groups where nobody can pretty much understand what the group is about. You know, he done talked about it. So it ain't a mystery or a secret that he dealing with these elite Edomites. But this is why he's getting in trouble, just like Kanye West, just like Kyrie Irving. They know the truth and they know what's coming. So why they done made a deal with the devil, they like, well, this deal that I done made ain't gonna mean nothing in a few months, in a few years. Because these dragons finna come down with great wrath and shut down the whole system. Because they've been hearing that they going into slavery, so they starting to get paranoid. Now Isaiah 14 is all about the Israelites letting these devils know that they going into slavery, and they starting to get angry and anxious because, first of all, look at verse 4. It say that you shall take up this parable against the king of Babylon and say, how have the oppressor ceased? Okay, so the parable is being said that the oppressor is gonna cease. He's not gonna stay ruling. He gonna fall. See, he gonna go into captivity. He gonna go into slavery. See, this is the parable that's being told to the king of Babylon, and it's against him. He's saying that he gonna have to go into slavery. Now, all of the Israelites that done sold their soul to these Illuminati devils, they starting to realize the fact too. So while they still serving under him, they bucking the system and kind of mad that they done chose the wrong road. Look at what he said to him in verse 21. He said, prepare slaughter for his children for the iniquity of their fathers. What fathers? The fathers of the Edomites. And not just the Edomites. Look at verse 18. All the kings of the nations. All of the fathers of these other nations that's not Israelites, they gonna have to go into slavery and prepare slaughter for their children, that they do not rise nor possess the land nor fill the face of the world with cities. See, now this Isaiah 14 is all about Israel telling these nations that they going into slavery and they gonna fall from their grace. They gonna fall from the highness of their rulership. That's why in verse 14, let's get it there. It say, I will ascend above the heights of the clouds. I will be like the Most High. Yet you shall be brought down to hell, to the sides of the pit. See, all these rich elites, Illuminati members, they going into the pit. And we close out on that since they want to throw Andrew Tate in the pit. Isaiah 24:21, it say, and it shall come to pass in that day that the Lord shall punish the host of the high ones that are on high, the kings of the earth upon the earth. 22, and they shall be gathered together as prisoners are gathered in the pit, and shall be shut up in the prison, and after many days shall they be visited. So they going into the pit too, see, and they realizing they finna go into the pit very soon because they know they can't stop Putin from shooting off them nuclear weapons, and they know it's gonna happen. It's an unstoppable situation, and they probably seeing all kind of signs in the heaven that got them ready to piss their pants when they looking at these radars on these battleships. See, the military already creating all kind of space weapons, trying to get ready. They probably knew when they created the movie Star Wars, they were seeing things in the sky back then. But this is the fate of these dragons, and it's gonna go down in this war, and they know the war is coming. So these Israelites that sold their soul to the so-called white man, they starting to have a rebellious attitude, and he throwing they behind in jails, taking their riches. See, because they made the wrong choice and jumped out there and served the devil. Look at verse 18 and say that ye may eat the flesh of kings and the flesh of captains and the flesh of mighty men. See, this is who is controlling the world: the kings, the so-called white man governments, the captains. See, his militaries, mighty men, his armies. See, who got planes, tanks, bombs, battleships. This who is ruling the world, and they gonna battle against God. See, and they know it's coming because we tell them it's coming. Plus, they can see the evidence that's around them. But yeah, they taking away Andrew Tate riches because he made the wrong decision to follow the devil. And it's just a part of the situation I want to get. Let's see here. Zechariah 11:5. It says, whose possessors slay them and hold themselves not guilty. And they that sell them say, blessed be the Lord, for I am rich, and their own shepherds pity them not. See, they can slay the ones that's being disobedient. See, and they not going to be guilty because the Israelite is being disobedient and trading out on the Lord and serving a freaking slave master and selling his soul to the slave master so he can slay they behind. And that's what they can do to Andrew Tate and any of these folk that done sold their little soul to him and dedicated their life to the devil. They can go ahead and kill them because they ain't obeying God. See, the Lord said, all the sinners of my people shall die by the sword. That means the sword, who is the so-called white man, Esau, Edom, he can go ahead and take them out because they sinning, they rejecting the Lord. See, what's that, Proverbs 13:13? All that despise the word shall be destroyed. See, but I'm going to leave it there. All praises to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rakah Kadash. Double honor to the elders pushing the truth. Peace to the elect, the blacks, Hispanics, and Native American descendants of slaves scattered around the globe on slave ships and through many captivities. Our kingdom is at hand. Shalom.